Welcome to the Compa Golf channel. I'm your host, Compa D. In this video, I'm playing Quarry Pines Golf Course in Tucson, Arizona. It's just going to be me playing. I don't have any other compas with me today, but it's still a beautiful day to play some golf. This is a 18-hole par 71, and you'll see it's 5,849 total yards. Let's get into it. All right, first hole, 485 yards, par 5. I got my 3-wood out. Brand new 3-wood, Callaway Rogue. Ended up going with the 3-wood just because I'm not comfortable with the driver yet. So I'm going to try and just show and go here. No warm-up. I ended up thinning that to the left. It's a pretty straight fairway, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, second shot, first hole. Going with my 3 Rescue. It's a TaylorMade. Kind of maybe 210 yards. So I'm going to try and get it up on the right since it's below my feet. So the ball's below my feet, so the ball should go to the right. But that doesn't really happen. Kind of thinned it to the left there. Rolled out into that front left bunker. All right, third shot out of the front left bunker here. I'm going to just get it out real quick out of the sand. Ends up actually being a pretty good shot for what I had to work with. And on to the birdie putt. So my fourth shot here on par 4. Using a new putting stance here, keeping a shaft lean forward. Get a good roll, so let's see how this goes. Kind of roll it past there for a 2 putt for par. So I'm even on the first hole. Onto the second hole here, 296 yards, another par 4. Got my 3 out again. Kind of goes downhill, so I'm going to try and just ease it on out there. Still haven't really warmed up yet, just trying to get some swings in. Ended up hitting this one pretty well. Was pretty happy with it. Still thinned it a little bit. Could have gotten a little bit farther under it, but definitely felt good about it. Put that about 240, 250 yards out. And I was pretty happy with it. So let's go on the next shot. Our second shot right here. Maybe got 80 yards. Got my 58 out. I'm going to try and really get it up there. Again, the ball's below my feet. And really try and get it to go right here, which doesn't happen again. Kind of get around on it and blade it out to the left behind the hole. A little bit frustrated with that, but again, it's a beautiful day out there on the course. As you can see, it's a great shot. Can't get a good shot of the hole or the ball in this case because it's kind of there in a little ravine, so I'm going to try and just get it up and out. Get it close to the flag. As you can see, I kind of hit that a little bit left it short. So onto the putting. So here's my par putt. Trying to line it up here a little bit, try to figure out this new putting, get comfortable with it. I started really leaning the shaft forward, which kind of got me out of sync. So I believe this is kind of the start of my frustration for the day. As you can see, kind of left that below for a bogey. So my first bogey for the day. So now I'm 1 over. I'm on the third hole, 388 yard par 4. And then kind of continue the frustration here. I'm kind of aiming right to that dead tree, and I'm going to try and draw it from right to left. Just kind of leave it out to the right as much as possible. You definitely don't want to go left here on this hole, and boom, hit that left. And that goes way out of bounds. I really kind of hook it over there, so I have to take provisional. I could take a drop, but damn it, provisional shot, but I'm just going to take the provisional. I like practicing, so I'm going to try to hit this back out and end up hitting it left again. This time hitting a cart path and getting out over those bushes, but I was able to find it. Provisional would be the 1 for the drop and 2 for the hit, so it's +2. And here's my 4th shot at a little running path next to the course. I'm using my little 2-way chipper just to chip it out into the fairway again, so it's a little bit easier to get to the hole. And it gets right out. I'm happy with it. Not happy with the hole though. So 5th shot, I have maybe about 100 yards, maybe a little bit less, using my 54-degree chipper. It's a TaylorMade. I'm just going to try and chip it on up. Kind of fly it a little bit. I'm a little bit over the distance on that, but should give me a good putt in. So it's my bogey putt, right? So this will be my 5th hit. Try and line it up here. Again, using the new putting stance here. It's pretty windy that day as well, but still very beautiful. Let's see if I can get this close. I'll leave that one short. Not too happy with that. Really can't leave those short. You always want to kind of give the ball a chance to get into the hole, and you know, if it's short, you're never going to make a putt. So again, you know, lining it up, trying to get something to fall here for my double bogey. And then I leave that under the hole. So I'll tap that in for a quadruple bogey. Never fun. All right, 4th hole, 296 yard par 4. This one kind of goes over a little lake on the right side, so we always kind of try to keep it to the left. And I'm just hitting a little 7-iron just to get out. Can get kind of slippery if you hit a little bit farther. The ball tends to roll into the water. And I hit that one pretty good. Hit to the right a little bit. Wanted to be to the left, but still not bad. I was pretty happy with that. Here's my 2nd shot. Now, below my feet again, so I'm playing the ball left, and I'm going to try and just get it out to the right. That's my 9-iron. Hit that one pretty darn well. Maybe had like 130, 140 yards, and I really got this one close. Nailed that one, and I was pretty happy with it. Got a birdie putt now. You can see how close it was, and put this in for an easy birdie. So definitely got a little bit more confidence back. Got back to 1 under par. So feeling good going into this next hole. And the 5th hole here is 411 yards. It's straight. Got a good fairway. Par 4. Using my 3-wood. Just going to try and get something out there. You know, tee placement's always important. You know, if you get flat ground, get your feet flat, helps with your swing. You know, you're not dealing with something that the ball above your feet or below your feet. You know, you got a good, easy swing to get the ball in out there. Majority of these tee boxes are made or designed to do that. So let's see how I do here. Kind of left that out to the right, but it stays in. I still got a good 2nd shot in. Not too bad. Was definitely hoping to draw one out into the middle of the fairway, but that one just stayed to the right. So my second shot, I got about, I was about like 198. So I'm using my 6 iron. These new Apex, Strixons are great clubs. Some really stiff shafts, so I've been able to hit these pretty far. So just got to get a good swing, a good groove, get the ball up into the air. Ended up leaving that one pretty low. Didn't really get it high in the air, so ended up skipping it off the back of the green, but was still pretty happy with that. It was the first time I'd actually used that 6 iron, so like I said, kind of skipped that off the back of the green. So this is where I was gonna try. I tried my gap wedge here to try and roll one out. Just maybe chip it short and let the ball roll out instead of getting the ball to stop. And I end up being a little bit excited with that one. Not used to it yet, getting used to the clubs, how they bounce. So it was a par putt. So I did leave it right off the edge of the green, and hopefully I can sink this. I left it under the hole. Yeah, I was struggling with putting on this day. I think I probably would have had a much better day if I would have putted a little bit better. So got a bogey. So I'm back to 5 over. A 6th hole here. It's a par 3. It's a pretty good par 3 here. So you kind of have some wind coming across, but you can get it out there. It's not too hard. I'm using my 7 iron here. Been hitting it well. Kind of leave that one to the right as well. About pin high, but I am off on the right side. I'm not on the green. So I have a chip here for my second shot. I'm going to try and get something close. It's not too far. Red flag usually indicates it's going to be at the front of the green. A nice little chip. I was hoping that would go in, but left a little bit under, but should have an easy putt in here for a par. There we go. Look, good little confident putt there. Always makes you feel good when you sink those putts. That was par on that. Now I'm 4 over. I don't know how I got the 4 over. I need to check those things. All right, so got back on my 3 wood here. This is a par 5. This is pretty long. So I usually don't make it in 2 shots. So kind of aiming right to those houses kind of off in the distance, trying to get it to come back over. And I was definitely able to get that to draw. So I drew that from the right side to right around the tree, the first tree on the left side. So I'm right on the back side of that tree. Didn't hit it too well, but I definitely got up, and that rogue really gives me a lot of leeway to miss a ball. So I got my 3 rescue, my TaylorMade, and I'm just gonna try. This is what I'm trying for the hole on this one. I really give this one a ride, and really drew that one really nicely left to right. I really thought I was on the green here, but ended up short, unfortunately, and I'm in that front bunker, which guards that green very well, unfortunately. And you can barely see me. I'm just to the right of the flag. If you look at, you can see my head bobbing back there, and I'm gonna try and get this out. Unfortunately, the bunkers here are just horrible. I wish sometimes these courses would just cover up their bunkers if they're not going to take care of them, because bunkers are supposed to be full of sand, but most of them are just full of mud or clay. So it makes it very hard, and you don't. There's no real club that you can use to get you out of one of those situations. So you kind of do your best and get it out. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of coming back out. I just barely got it out on the edge there. So I'm gonna get this fourth shot here from the fringe, and this is a par five, so I do have a chance for birdie here. Hopefully give myself a good shot to where I can make par. And left that one a little long, but not too bad. So I'm gonna try and putt for par here. You got a lot of traffic noise and stuff, but it really doesn't bother me too much. This kind of runs along the I-10. It's a really nice course, though. It's really nice. And I missed that. And definitely not happy with that. It's kind of in and out there. All right, eighth hole, 176-yard par three. And this one always kind of gets me. This one is just one of those holes that it's at a distance that I have a tough time with, and it's very hard for me to make par on this hole for some reason. Every time I've played it. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, just kind of smash that to the left there. Kind of frustrated on that. You always feel good, and you kind of make things worse sometimes. So you can see the bunkers here; they're just in horrible shape. You kind of see that there's puddles, and it's more dirt than it is sand. So it's very hard to get your club through these, and actually a lot of times it ends up ruining a lot of your clubs. But I'm just going to see what I can do just to get this and punch it out. I'm able to get it out, get it onto the green, give me a chance for. Oh, actually, no, I'm on the fringe here. So I don't even make it. So I get that about pin high on the green. So I'm putting for bogey here. Hopefully, we can save this hole. You see me working on my proper alignment, and there's a line on the ball that I use to try and line up with the line that I'm trying to putt the ball on. So you kind of have an imaginary line that you use to try and get the ball in the hole. Sometimes curves left or curves right. You kind of have to imagine that. And nailed that for bogey, so that was a good putt. All right, here we go. Ninth hole, last hole for this video. It's par four. It's kind of short. A lot of people will tend to drive this, but it's guarded by a bunch of bunkers in the front, so you can't really leave it short. It's got a small green to drive, so I'm just using my 6 iron. I'm just going to get it out and give me a good second shot in. Kind of leave that to the right, but it's still not a bad shot. I'm still on the fairway for a second shot in. So about maybe about 90 yards out here. So I got my 54. I'm gonna try and just get it up and onto the green, but I end up blading it again and chicken winging there. Yeah, it's a little frustration. I kind of left it up on the back. I'm still got a pretty good shot coming in. Maybe about a good 30 yards downhill. So it's a tough shot. And the way I was hitting my wedges been leaving stuff long. As you can see, it kind of rolls out all the way to the edge of the green. All right, so but here's my par. I'm still able to make par here, so I got a good shot. But it all depends on that putting. I mean, putting is the most important part of the game. Something that I'm starting to work on constantly. Just getting that direction, that feel, so that I can get putts close. Keep myself within 1 to 2 putts every time I'm playing. And I kind of hit that pass. It was very frustrating. My poor son David, he's my film crew, was hearing me going through the motions there. Not very happy with how I played this first 9, for sure. And the nightmare continues here because I do not make this. So this 2-putt leaves me 9 over through 9 holes. That was Quarry Pines Golf Course, holes 1 through 9. Join us in our next video as I play holes 10 through 18. Will I play better? We will see.